Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Red Line Specialist Cars, Highland Whiskey Clan, and MJ Catterall. We've got a bit of a legend in front of us, Mr. Al FORAN. How are you, sir?
Am I in that bracket now?
Well, you are, yeah, you are.
I wouldn't think I am. I mean, I always think I'm that kind of kid starting off, that kind of disruptor, you could say, in a good way, in a very positive way.
I've been to some of your nights out. I've seen you disrupting, mate.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
But I disrupt in a positive way.
You do indeed. Well, listen, I've had a little bird tells me that you're here with OOOSCH TV.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about OOOSCH TV, because I've not heard of that before.
So we're not just going to do boxing events. We're going to do a multitude of sporting and events in general. This is the one that we're kicking it off with. So what it is basically, it is kind of what you guys do, but I'll also be creating content. And for other events, we'll be interviewing fans and stuff like that as well. And we'll try get kind of interviews with the big figures involved in those events. So for example, this week, we'll be looking to try and get a couple of minutes with the fighters, with the promoters. Obviously I will, be roped into doing the odd impression or two in those interviews.
Never.
Because I'll probably be forced to, but I am trying to act the presenter this week and for future events. So this is what we're kind of doing. We want to kind of, I suppose, give people an insight into what these massive sporting events are. And where better to start than here? Like, this is huge. These RIYADH season cards just get bigger and bigger. And I think this is the biggest rematch in heavyweight boxing history, if you ask me. And the fact that, we're here, I'm here with my videographer over there, Andrew.
Mr. Andrew Heaney.
Andrew Heaney over there. The fact that we're covering this event, it's amazing, And the fact that you have me here and I do a couple of the boxing impressions, that helps too.
Never. I never knew you did that. So listen, you're going to go to all these events. Is it all over the world?
Yeah, we're looking to go all over the world. We have, I cannot say on camera what we have planned over the next 6 months, but it is very exciting what we're planning.
So have you got your social media and everything up at the moment? OOOSCH TV. Where can people find you? Where can they find your content?
So on Instagram, and we're on Instagram and TikTok at the moment. YouTube is in the works for this week. So it's at OOOSCH TV. So that's 3 O's. OOOSCH TV, SCH TV.
Shameless plug, mate. Shameless plug.
You got to OOOSCH.
Got the hat and everything. Well, one of them hats, they look good then.
I know.
Hang on. Look, he's hiding, but he's not getting away with it. There he is. He's back. He's back in. I'll tell you what. It was never going to be long, mate, was it? Well, listen, this is, like you said, this is the biggest probably rematch in boxing history. Yeah. Obviously, our man Tyson Fury. It's huge.
6 months after. It's only 6 months after the previous fight. Usually you wait a long time for a rematch. So the fact that we're getting those two fights in the same year, because the first fight was special. I mean, from a quality point of view in heavyweight boxing, and I don't know if you're of the same opinion, but I think heavyweight boxing, the quality hasn't been the best for the last 30 odd years. Yes, we've had Anthony Joshua come up, we've had Vladimir Klitschko, but there hasn't been there hasn't been a multitude of quality heavyweight boxers. And this is what we're getting with Usyk and Fury. And I mean, you've got to give it to His Excellency for putting this together, because these are the fights that we were fantasizing about, 3 or 4 years ago. We didn't think it would become a reality. You look at Roy Keane when he was on the overlap talking to Gary Neville.
What was he saying?
Oh, he's talking about the heavyweight. Oh, no interest. No, they want to fight each other. No interest. They keep going on and on and on. So now we're getting these fights. And then this card in February with Parker and Dubois on the undercard of the Beterbiev and Bivol rematch. Like, that's unbelievable.
It's a pretty big matchup and pretty big cards. And I think, like you say, we are now seeing those fights we all dreamed of as boxing fans. And it's taken Turkey to do it, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I say that about the quality because I think there was just a lot of apprehension with regards to making these big fights. Now these big fights are happening. Like, I know as well, we've been talking about a Fury and Joshua fight for years. I think that there's still intrigue in that fight. I think after the Dubois fight, I think a lot of people initially thought, "Oh no, that's that fight gone now," But I think as time kind of went on, you kind of realize, "Oh no, it is still a big fight from a legacy point of view." What these two guys have done for British boxing, it's still going to be a 90+ thousand seater stadium, fight in Wembley. So
Well, listen, you mentioned there Vladimir Klitschko, who's just announced he may fight next year.
yeah,
What do you think Mr. Tyson Fury would say to that?
Let him do what he wants. 100%. He can do what he wants. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to knock over your water there. But if he wants to fight me again, I'll beat him. I'll school him. Fair play to him. If he wants to try and do the George Foreman and come back and be the hero again, be my guest. But it'll be me that's in front of you, Vladimir. Me or someone else. He might win his first fight and then he'll come to me. So he's an absolute sausage if he wants to do that. Big mistake. Get up.
And John Fury, I'll tell you what, I bet he's got an opinion on Usyk's fight with Tyson this week. He was very vocal last time out. What do you reckon what's on his mind this week?
I got lots of opinions, and I tell you something. My son is going to prove to the world that he's one of the greatest heavyweights that ever lived. Razor sharp focus. He's been in Malta. He's been doing the work. That's what he's been doing.
He has been out.
My son. I don't want to scare the people in the hotel lobby here, but don't doubt my son. He's a true fighting man.
Well, that's what John told me. So you frightened me there for a minute. But I'll tell you what,
Tommy. Yeah, of course. We'll always segue into Tommy. So, 100%. Looking forward to the fight. I think it'd be fantastic. Hope Tyson does the business. So, yeah, 100%. Oosh.
Oosh, you had to get that in there, didn't you? And there's one more you've got to do for me. I love this one, right? And obviously, female boxing has been superb. Finally, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano got paid what they deserve over in Texas, I believe.
Yeah.
What was Katie saying after that fight?
It was great to be in Texas. Obviously to win that fight was very special, and the first fight was fantastic as well. And it was just a brilliant fight. And I went to visit the JR Ranch because Dallas was a big feature on RTE. In Ireland, we used to have Dallas on in the afternoons. It's great. So, absolutely delighted. Hopefully get a Croke Park fight next year. Eddie, come on, let's get it done.
Oh, you're superb. Honestly, your impressions take you all over the world, and rightly so, mate. Rightly so. Well, listen, good luck with OOOSCH TV. I'm really looking forward to seeing where you go and I got a funny feeling there'll be some big events in the next year or so. And one final word from you to all the people watching that may want to find OOOSCH TV.
Yes, go follow OOOSCH TV on Instagram. So that's Trios, OOOSCH, Trios, SCH TV. So go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and get in the mix for this unbelievable fight week.
Al, always great to see you, mate, and have a good week here in Riyadh.
Legend, thank you.